What is going on YouTube? Run Good Live coming at you with a brand new video today and something different on the channel today. We're not going to do a rip. We're not going to talk about COMC or Star Stock. Instead, I'm going to show you the 10 most valuable cards that I currently have in my collection, in my possession. And the reason I say in my possession is because I have submitted a lot of cards to both PSA and most recently CSG through KK_sportscards on Instagram. I've been submitting once a month since September, so I have a lot of outstanding 20 days with a whole lot of the bangers that you've seen me pull both on the channel, things that I bought on COMC last year, things that I bought on eBay. So a lot of my very valuable cards, and by very valuable, I mean a few $100s to maybe a couple in the $1,000 range. That's kind of my collecting style. I don't collect cards based on their monetary value at all. I'm not a clout chaser. I collect cards that are aesthetically cool or of players that I like. And the value is really irrelevant. I don't go chasing autographs. I do have a lot of good autographs in my collection. But I've never been one to want a $10,000 card. I do have a White Whale card. It is a very well-graded 1953 Topps Mickey Mantle, 1953, not 1952. Figure that one out. So there are cards that I aspire to one day own. It would be great to own a 7 or a 6 Michael Jordan rookie. But those are cards that I just don't currently have in my collection. I've always kind of had a weird relationship when it came to physical possessions. For the longest time, I was like a pick up and go kind of person, like didn't want a whole lot of clutter in my life. As I get older, as I grow fonder of cards, I see myself keeping more cards than ever before in the last couple of years or so. So my collection has grown exponentially. Now this top 10 list that I currently have, I did exclude some of my Mitch Haniger collection from it. Some of those cards are probably worth a pretty penny now that he is back, healthy, playing well. But I didn't want to do the research, figure out what those are worth. I also just didn't want to clutter up my top 10 with Mitch Haniger stuff. So maybe I'll do a video down the line talking about my whole Mitch Haniger collection. I'm sure I also missed 1 or 2 cards in my PC box that I haven't looked at in years that would probably crack this list. But these were the top 10 cards that I currently have in my possession that I felt were the most valuable and that I thought you guys would be the most interested in seeing. So let's go ahead, kick this list off. Little sleeper card right here. This is a 2020 Donruss Tom Brady. This is a season stat line 17 of 24. Now, first year, a Bucks card, low numbered to 24. It does have some condition issues. You know, it is that chippy foil, so it does have some corner chips. This card, I have turned down offers in the 400 range. I do have it on eBay for $4.99, so if somebody were to hit the buy it now, obviously I'd be willing to part with it. I love Tom Brady. I'm not married to this card at all, so it definitely does have a price, but I love it. I think I paid about $100 for it right when Donruss came out. So this would be the number 10 card for me. Just a card I really like. You know, the purple is, I don't know, it's not team color or anything like that, but having a really low numbered Brady first Bucks uniform, just pretty cool. So definitely wanted to show that one off. Next one, I think this one might actually be number 10 now that I think about it, but we'll show it off anyways. This is my 2020 Optic Downtown Jalen Hurts. You guys saw me pull this recently in my Optic Mega Boxes. I think that was the video where I did all 3 of them. I have not submitted this. I really wanted to send it to HGA. I still might if I'm able to get into a slot, but it does have a unfortunate like a surface scratch right there, so I think at best this one's gonna look at an 8.5. I'm not an Eagles fan, but I love these downtowns. I love that this was the first one that I pulled for myself, so I've very good chance I might just keep this one. Again, everything has a price, so I guess I would probably sell it and maybe go after the Russell Wilson or a Russell Kaboom. That could always be an option, but for right now, I have it in my collection. It's pretty valuable. I also have the Jalen Hurts Prism Silver to go along with it. So for not being an Eagles fan, I have a pretty good PC of Eagles cards right now. Next one out. So I have four non-graded cards and 6 graded cards. Next one out, you guys saw me pull this one in a group break. This is my Hoops Hot Signatures Zion Williamson, second year Zion. I did pull it for my buddy Blaine, who was in the group break. Me and him played baseball together, Little League baseball when we were kids. Grew up together, went to elementary school together, stayed friends ever since. So he's not a Zion collector. We were able to work a deal, and now I have a Zion auto in my collection for life. You guys know I pulled the Zion Black 101, sold that for $8,500 back in March of 2020. Was just a card I couldn't keep. It was too valuable. COVID was hitting at the time. There's a lot of uncertainty, so the money was more important to me than the card. So I do have this one though, and this one's gonna stay PC forever. My second Zion auto that I've pulled. That one is locked up. Another one, I don't think this one's necessarily locked up, but I did pull this card as well this last summer. This is a 1920 Panini Mosaic Silver, and this was a BGS 9, unfortunately. They saw something on the surface. I've spent a lot of time looking at the surface. I know the surface is like ultra reflective. I've spent a lot of time trying to see what they saw that might have been the reason for the 8.5, because I did submit this last summer and I cannot see it. So maybe it's on the back, maybe I just haven't looked well enough, but it did miss True Gem, or it did miss Gem rather by 0.5. If that was a 9, it would have rounded up. But yeah, like I said, I love Mosaic first year product, so there is some incentive for me to just hold on to this card. Zion's balling out now. I don't even know how much this card's worth. The last time I checked it was $400, but that was at the start of the season. If I could get it a bump, or if I could cross it to a PSA 9, I think it would be worth more. But for right now, I have it in my collection, and I'm pretty happy with it. Next up, this card is going nowhere. I'm taking this card to my grave, because this card has a 10-year journey. I pulled this card in 2008, and not this exact one. I should just show the card. This is a 2007 Bowman Chrome Draft Picks Red Refractor Tim Lincecum, numbered to 5. I pulled one of these. This one's number 1 of 5. I pulled number 3 of 5. And a couple years after I pulled it, I needed the money. It was like 2010 or 2009. Sold it. I could never find another one. I wanted to buy one. And finally, I was able to work a deal with my buddy Project 55. And I think that was actually Jackson, the 2 Lincecum super collectors. And I was able to track one down for my PC. And this one, like I said, this card is a grave card. I'm taking this card to my grave. Just means a lot to me that I pulled Lincecum's one of my 2 favorite pitchers of all time. I would say one of my 3 favorite baseball players of all time. It was very cool and very special that I pulled one number to 5 and then I lost it, and then it took 10 years to find. I don't know what the value of this card is either. Lincecum stuff has been on the rise the last couple of years. There was a period where his stuff was just super low. He did have not the best exit from MLB. He kept trying to come back with the Rangers and the Angels and just couldn't work his way back. And 10 great years of Lincecum, and then he fizzled out the way he did. But you can't take away the Cy Youngs. You can't take away the rings. Probably will never be in the Hall of Fame, but just an amazing player for what he contributed to the game in the short time that he was in it. So I love this card. Going to the grave with me. Next card, also a Lincecum card. Doesn't quite mean as much to me, but I always wanted one of these in 2008 when I was working in a card shop, when I was really getting back into the hobby from my break in the mid-2000s. I really wanted one of these, even just a base, and they were so expensive, and I was younger and I couldn't afford it. And now not only do I have a blue, but I also have this beautiful gold number to 5, or number to 50, excuse me. Don't even care that it's a 9. It is 31 of 50. I just saw an orange sell for over 1,000, so I would say the value on this is probably like 500 to 600, maybe even a little bit more. Just a beautiful card, a card that I show off all the time. Sits very close to me in my desk so I can see it. Just to me, it's a very iconic card. So that one's in my collection. Sitting next to it, you guys know the story about this one. I searched eBay every single day for this card. This is a casket card for me, going to my grave. Yeah, this one I looked on eBay every single day scouring for this card. This is my most desired modern card ever. 2017 Topps Chrome Rookie Autograph Superfractor Mitch Haniger. As you guys know, Mitch Haniger is my player, my PC player, my super collection. Yeah, I just looked for this card forever. It showed up on eBay last summer. He pulled it. He put it up for $600. I hit the bin immediately. He canceled my sale. We went back and forth, squabbled. I explained, like, card means so much to me. He put it back up for $1,300, and I hit the bin again because I didn't care. I don't like those games when people play them on eBay. Don't care with this card. I would have paid $2,500. I would have paid $3,000. To me, this was a card. Obviously, if you would have put it up for something stupid like $10,000 or $15,000, obviously, then I probably walk away. But anything under $5,000, and I buy this card. This card, I was busting boxes of Topps Chrome into 2019 looking for this card. Just tons of sentimental value. It's a white whale card to me. So value on it, I paid $1,300. I mean, to me, it's priceless, but realistically, with Haniger, with what he's doing, this card's worth over $1,000 in the market. But it's locked up. It's not going anywhere. This card I got in a trade last fall. I traded some sealed product to somebody who hit this in a repack product, actually. I think it was like Hit Parade or something like that. And somebody who was in my group breaks and said, you're going to want to see this. And 2012 Topps Chrome Russell Wilson Rookie Autograph PSA 10. Absolute monster card as I look at it. If it was graded nowadays, probably be a 9. But it's in that 10 label. That's all that matters. Value on this exceeds $2,000. So I think the last comp I saw was about $2,000. Again, I love Russ. I love the Seahawks. Not quite as much as my Haniger, obviously. But yeah, this card, I love owning it. So that's all I can really say. I probably PC for life. I probably would swap it for a better Russ, honestly. Maybe something from a non-rookie National Treasures or a very sick patch 101 or something like that. Non-rookie. I don't necessarily need a Russ Wilson rookie autograph, but I would have to trade it for also for an autograph, preferably from like Immaculate or National Treasures or something. Next up, we have 2 cards left on the list. Next up, you guys saw me pull this one. This is my 2017 Panini Prism Jason Tatum Fast Break Prism Purple. I pulled this about March of last year from a Fast Break box when they were only $175 before wax really started to take off. That series is on the channel. In terms of price for this one, I do have it listed on eBay right now. I would expect to get about $2,400 for this card. I think that's my sell price on this one. I've seen the market really fluctuates on this card. Especially the fast breaks are at least less popular than the trues. Also, it is purple. It is numbered to 75, 14 of 75. I think it would take about $2,400 to get it from me. Again, the market does fluctuate quite a bit on this, so I'm not 100% sure what the price is at this given time. Final card. This one is a monster to me. This one's amazing to me. In terms of value, again, I guess this list is more what it's worth to me. I love this card to death. This is in SP Game Used Combo Materials LeBron Kobe 12 of 35. I think it's from 0910. Yep, 0910 SP Game Used. Don't even remember where I got it. I think I might have bought it on ComC for like $400. I think that's where I got it. I got it on ComC last year for $400. I don't know what it's worth. I think if somebody offered me $3,000, I would probably turn it down. So that to me means that this is the most expensive card that I currently have in my possession. That's in my PC. I just love the card. I love everything about it. I love the photography on it. I love the design. I love that it is LeBron and Kobe, the lineage, obviously. I just love the card. The patches could be a little bit better. It would be cool if they were, not just, jersey, if it was patches, but hey, I'm not complaining. There is some damage to the card, unfortunately. One of the corners is pretty crunched. I think it's that one. But again, I just don't care. Sometimes it doesn't matter. And a card like this being so rare, numbered to only 35. Doesn't matter to me. So you can see from my opinion on high-end cards and my opinion on the value of cards, I really just don't care too much about what the value is. If I like it, I'm gonna collect it, and that's kind of how it is. The Haniger, being willing to pay whatever for that card. That just, sometimes your love for cards really transcends the actual value of the cards. A card is worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. That's kind of how I feel. We do have static values for things like silver prisms and cards that are bought and sold every single day. But sometimes you have a card like the Haniger Superfractor, or sometimes you have a card like the Lincecum Red Refractor with the story that I have with it, or sometimes you just have a card of Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, and your favorite basketball player of, the current era. And sometimes the card's worth more than, what it may be in the market to somebody else. So these are, to me, my 10 most valuable cards that I have in my collection right now. Again, I do have a lot of stuff out at PSA, a lot of filthy stuff out at PSA. So as soon as that stuff starts rolling back in, we're going to do PSA submission reveals. And I'm sure I'll do this video again in 6 months or a year and update you guys with my top 10. But as of right now, I wanted to show it to you guys. That's going to be all for today. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd very much appreciate it. And we'll get back to opening product tomorrow or on Monday or something like that. But that's going to do it for today. Take care, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time on Down the Road.